Cons, what's a pleasure listening to you this morning.
Thank you, Rebecca. It was great to be here.
So can you share us about your childhood story, where you came from? What made you come to Philippines?
Grew up in Germany. I'm German. Then lived a bit in different places for a while. So I started out in Scotland, then studied in Switzerland, and then started my working life in Germany, in Berlin.
When you're a kid, do you really know what you want to be?
But yeah, I think I started out in the internet industry because we saw that it's going to be a big growth industry. It's a dynamic industry where you can set up new companies and grow to significant market share fairly quickly. So it's still an open playing field, and that's what has attracted me to the industry some years ago, and that's, I think, what's still very much true, also for young entrepreneurs, particularly here in Southeast Asia, where the whole internet economy is just getting started.
How about teenager? Because you know the millennials right now totally different.
Yeah.
Were you like millennials before? How do you think now?
Yeah, pretty close, I think. I think millennials, in the way that Zalora is very much a millennial company. I think our average age is something like 25. So we have a couple of hundred of millennials working together with a little bit of adult supervision. So I think millennials, or the young workforce in general, wants to really know what they work for every day, and wants to have a real impact themselves and feel that they can create something.
Why you decided to invest in Philippines?
I think Philippines is a fantastic country, both one to visit and to live in, as well as one to do business in, right? The fastest growing, or second fastest growing economy in Asia over the past couple of years. Very dynamic, population that is young and very open to new things. So I think there's a lot of potential in the economy. Both now and over the next 10 years, but at the same time it's also a very welcome and hospitable place to live. So.
Constant, as you know, Philippines is really, we believe it's growing, because we're Filipinos. But you being a foreigner, what do you think your best advice for future investors to invest here?
I mean, let's focus for once on what actually makes it very easy to do business, and what are the advantages that we have as a country. And I think first of all we have great people, right? We have a workforce that is generally well educated. The standards of schooling and universities is pretty high, and we have people who are very courageous, passionate, hardworking, looking to make a mark for themselves. So I think if you can tap into that human potential, then you really have a good setup here.
So with that, what is your best advice to Filipinos to use technology for good?
I mean, I think we need to embrace technology because it's coming anyway, whether we want it or not, and it's changing the world around us, right? So we better get on the front seat of those developments. I think one thing that I personally like a lot about the internet is that it brings down barriers, right? So if you're a young entrepreneur and you want to set up a new company and you do it online, the capital you need is much lower than what you would need for a physical business. Your restrictions are much less, so you can really try things out and find your own product market fit. And in the same way, it brings down geographical barriers, right? So I mean, we're very tech-forward young population. We're all English-speaking. We're very kind of open-minded towards things that are going on all across the world.
What's your best advice to our millennials or the future leaders for them to start believing in themselves like what you do to yourself?
Yeah, the world is there for us to find our place in it, and to do our own small part in shaping it. So I think my advice would be believe in yourself and believe in what you can do. In particular in this new age, I think we're no longer limited so much by the area we live in or by the circumstances that we grew up in. I think there's a lot more opportunity, and I think it's on us as the young generation to take that and to find something we are passionate about, and something that we're also good at. And I think where what you're good at meets with what you're passionate about, then work is no longer so much work, but it becomes something like a mission, and you can really enjoy what you're doing, and then hopefully be successful at the end.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.